educate the board about the cyber risks and the threats that the business faces?
Yes, that's a very good question, Joe, because I guess in terms of like, you have to understand who you have on the board. So from my experience, again, having been in different organizations with different setups, having faced audit committees and risk committees of the board, and also like CXO committees of being in tech and being in a very different environment, for example, the demand, the knowledge and the experiences that they have is very different. One of the things that I found is the underlying commonality that you find in boards is that they really understand risk. We have been having this conversation with some peers of mine as well, and I find this as a key trend that when you go to people at the board level, they do understand already risk. They understand business impacts and they understand this concept. So you have to start from monetizing on that. And a lot of people in boards today, although this is changing luckily for the best, and we are seeing people who have got cyber experience in the position of boards and NEDs, there are still situations where these people may have not even touched cyber. So how do you educate those people? I guess it's the first step to get them on board to understand what you're talking about. And the things that I've used the most and I found more efficient was spotlights and situations where we are bringing in something that has happened to another organization and how does that relate to us. Why should we care? If that has happened to someone else, it means it's probably going to happen to us as well. It's not something that is happening out there and we don't care. And bring them into the simulation situation. So what would we do? How would you understand the impact to us if that was to happen? And this is why, we are good. That's not going to happen. We've got protections in place. Or maybe we should look at this domain a little bit better. And that helps in terms of educating them. The second pathway I've used is to have trainings with them. So we've done sessions, maybe not a whole day, but maybe half a day in terms of specific topics or key risks and key controls like non-compliance with regulations or specific technology controls like how do we protect the availability of our business and what does that mean? Example of protection of denial of service attacks, which if you go to the board, you start going to them, oh, we need to protect ourselves from DDoS. They're going to go like, what are you talking about? So these are the sort of things that I've used with obviously the one that is the most sort of realistic is put them into a breach simulation situation. Let's have a tabletop exercise where we are really under the cybersecurity threat. We have got an attack imminent happening. Let's role play that. How do you see your role here? What do you think that is? And bring the questions to them as we go along and we play. I've had some really, really interesting experiences seeing how people react at that level when you actually put them in a simulation of a cybersecurity breach. So that was extremely helpful to educate them about why should you care about cybersecurity and the controls we've got in place.